Halloween night had always been Marat's favorite, not for the costumes or the parties, but for the quiet that came after midnight. When the laughter faded, when the streets emptied, and only the wind carried the ghosts of the evening home. Her roommate, Megan, was working late at the hospital that night, so Mara had the apartment to herself. She made hot cocoa, curled under a blanket, and let an old slasher movie play softly in the background. By 11:45 p.m., the last of the trick-or-treaters had gone home. The hallway outside her door was silent. Only the faint hum of the heater filled the space. Then a knock. Soft, deliberate knock, knock. Knock, she frowned, glancing at the clock. "Who's trick-or-treating this late?" she muttered, half laughing. Still, she grabbed the candy bowl and opened the door. A small figure stood there, black cloak, white cracked mask, a plastic pumpkin bucket in one hand. The child didn't move, didn't speak, just stood under the flickering hallway light, the mask reflecting faint orange shadows. "Hey, you're a little late, huh?" she said, trying to sound friendly. She dropped candy into the bucket. "Here you go, happy Halloween." The figure didn't respond. It simply tilted its head slow, almost mechanical, and raised one finger to point past her, toward her living room. Mara turned around, the TV flickered. The couch was empty, everything looked normal. When she looked back, the hallway was empty. The child was gone, her stomach sank. She stepped outside, looked both ways down the hall, nothing, only the buzzing light overhead. She went back inside, locking the door firmly this time. "Probably some stupid prank," she whispered. She tried to focus on her movie again, but the feeling wouldn't leave, like something unseen was still standing right outside. At 12:21 a.m., she heard it again. Footsteps, slow, bare, shuffling across her kitchen tiles. Her breath caught. She muted the TV. The sound stopped. She stood, heart pounding, and called, "Megan? Is that you?" No reply. When she stepped into the kitchen, the window was open, curtains swaying gently in the cold October wind, and on the counter lay a folded note written in red marker. "You forgot to say trick or treat." Her hands trembled as she reached for her phone before she could dial. The lights flickered once, twice, and then her screen came alive on its own. A live feed appeared. It was her apartment hallway. The camera shook slightly, as if someone was holding the phone from behind her front door. A faint red glow blinked in the dark, a recording light. Marat's voice cracked. "Who's there?" Silence. Then a figure stepped into view. The same cracked white mask, the same small frame, breathing slow, steady, inches from her door. Marat's hands went cold. She turned slowly toward the door, her pulse loud in her ears. From the other side came a faint, whispering giggle. Then, knock, knock. The sound of nails scraping against the wood made her stumble back. "This isn't funny," she screamed. The knocking stopped. Her phone buzzed again. A new notification appeared. Visitor connected. The feed now showed her living room from inside. The camera was moving. Her breath froze. "No, no, no," she whispered. The masked figure appeared behind the couch. It tilted its head, exactly as before. The mask glistened in the dim light. Then the figure slowly raised one finger, pointing straight at the phone. The feed went black. Mara dropped the phone and ran for the door. The lock stuck, jammed tight. She pulled, screamed, banged her fists, until, finally, it swung open. She stumbled into the hallway, gasping, but the hallway lights were off now. Only her apartment behind her glowed faintly, and for a brief moment, she saw something standing inside. It wasn't moving. It wasn't breathing. It was just waiting. She took one trembling step backward. Then the door slammed shut by itself. When the police arrived the next morning, the apartment was empty. The couch cushions were torn. The candy bowl was on the floor, and on the wall, written in orange marker, were the words, "Trick or treat." Every Halloween since, neighbors say they see a small masked figure standing by her window, holding a pumpkin bucket, waiting silently, and sometimes, just before midnight, a faint voice echoes down the hallway. "You forgot to say it, so next time you hear a knock on Halloween night, say the words, because if you don't, the visitor might stay, and if you're brave enough to make it through this story, maybe you should like and subscribe. After all, the visitor's always watching who doesn't."